So, Tori, the first would you rather of the night. I mean, last year we saw the pandemic hat and the stadiums were empty. So, I am not referring to the pandemic shortened seasons and empty stadiums. I'm talking about normal season, like pre 2020 when we had packed houses. So, with this question, would you rather play in an empty stadium on a normal year, or would you rather play in a full house in London 3 times a year?
So I'm guessing we're talking football.
Yeah.
So football wise, give me the empty stadium
Really?
versus playing in London. Mostly just because you can get all your counts out, you can make your adjustment, and everybody can hear you. All your guys can hear you. So give me that versus playing in London. Again, that leg, the jet lag is real. As somebody that has traveled around the world, um, it is real. It is awful. It sucks. If you're like, hey, we're gonna go to London on Wednesday and go 6 hours ahead, that is an awful thing to try to get adjusted to. So, like when we would travel to Hawaii, I had more problems traveling to Hawaii because we were 6 hours ahead of them. I was up at 4 a.m. for 5 to 6 days straight before my body would adjust. And the day it would adjust, we were leaving back to the mainland.
Right.
So, um, whereas Japan, we would travel to Japan and they were 15 or 16 hours, depending what time zone we were in currently for daylight savings. I had no problem adjusting to that because normally I would take off from here from O'Hare at like 7 a.m. and land in Tokyo at like 6 p.m. and land in Okinawa usually at like 9 p.m. So it was almost like a regular day, and I would just go to sleep and I would be fine with it. So 110%, give me that.
So you sound like you are a offensive player and you were a quarterback through high school. So I'm speaking from the defensive side, and I want that stadium packed. I want people spitting in my face, pouring beer on me, yelling at me, calling everything under the sun. That what gets my motor going, man. When you walk in and the crowd is yelling at you and booing you and doing this and doing that, and the lights are on, give me that home field advantage, Tori. Give me that full house. Like I don't care if I'm 8 hours ahead or 6 hours like ahead. Once that helmet turns on, and I take that shot of C4, man, I am ready to run through a brick wall. It doesn't matter what time of day it is. It could be 3 o'clock in the morning. Give me the full stadium every time of the day. Next, would you rather hear, Tori? This is going to be geared toward NBA playoffs. So if you guys don't know, the NBA playoffs is having a play-in game. It is a ladder play-in game. So the 10th seed plays the 9th seed, 8th seed plays the 7th seed. So the winner of the 7th, 8th seed is officially into the playoffs as a 7th seed. And then the winner of the 9-10 game plays the 8th game. And then the winner of the 8th game and the winner of that game will then be the 8th seed into the playoffs. So, Tori, would you rather win your 2 play-in games to play in the NBA playoffs and lose the first round, or make it as a 6th seed and lose in the first round?
Give me the playing games all day long. Again, it's still a momentum builder for going into the next season. So if you're a 6 seed, you're like, yeah, all right, this is what we're doing. And then you just got destroyed by whoever the 3 seed is.
Right.
So give me the playing game. It's a momentum builder. It's a building block for your team going into the next year. I am a big fan of having that momentum going into that next year because people don't realize how much of an effect that can have on your team's mentality going in. Be like, hey, this is what we did last year. This is what we're going to build on from last year.
Yeah, so I am with you 100% because let's flash back to March Madness here a little bit. The 11 seeds play in game. We remember those games pretty well. It was UCLA and Michigan State, right? I mean, we remember those games well because that was the only game on TV, so we got to watch it. So if you are an NBA player playing for your next contract and you're sitting at the 6th seed, you might want to tank and try to get down to that 7th, 8 seed so you can get some playoff experience underneath your belt and build for that next year's contract. Because as a 6 seed, and let's say you get swept by what you would play the 3 seed, and you get swept, or even like play like a game 7, how many people are going to remember you were even in the playoffs? Like the 7, 8, 9, and 10 seeds will be more popular than your 6 seeds. So definitely give me that play in games. And now I have playoff experience as well. So even though I got knocked out of the first round, I have 2 more playoff games experience than most other people in the other games here. So next, would you rather here, Tori? We are going to kind of go back into NFL football here. So we talked about playing at an empty stadium versus a full stadium here. So would you rather, Tori, would you rather wear an all-white jersey on a grass field or play on the old AstroTurf in Houston?
Oh my God! Give me the all white jersey on natural turf every day of the week. I mean that old AstroTurf. If you know what it was, A, sucked to get tackled on because it was nothing but concrete underneath it. B, was nothing but asking for a torn ACL every time you touch the ball. So no, 110%. Give me an all white jersey. Let me play a natural. Let me have that give. I mean, Mike, you know as well as I do, you never want to play it. And that's the one thing I am very, very happy with today's NFL, that AstroTurf is non-existent. A lot of teams run that hybrid turf,
Yeah.
and it is almost the exact same thing as natural grass. So
Yeah. So and even if they're not using the hybrid turf and it is full turf, it is full of rubber pellets underneath. So it's actually softer than actual grass 9 times out of 10. But Tori, have you ever tried to scrub grass stains out of all white jerseys and pants? Like it is
don't care.
It is not fun
it's
at all.
still softer than getting tackled on road rash AstroTurf.
So
Don't care.
When I played in the indoor football league, they basically had AstroTurf because for the people that don't know, indoor football fields 9 times out of 10 it is a old skating rink and they simply just roll outdoor carpet on it. There's maybe an 1/8 inch padding on it, and then the walls are there. I mean, it is a very, very violent sport. So with that being said, Tori, I gotta take the grass every time because I have ran into a brick wall playing indoor field. I've landed on a brick floor playing indoor ball. It is not fun.
No.
Even with all those pads on and the elbow pads and the long sleeve shirts, I still have a scar, Tori, from my pec down to my waist. It is turf burn, and it will never go away. It tore through 3 shirts. It tore through my jersey, my Under Armour, and then my long sleeve shirt. So it tore through 3 shirts and left a permanent turf burn on my chest. So grass jerseys all day long.
Yeah, I was gonna say, show me one person that's like, I miss AstroTurf. There is nobody that misses AstroTurf.
No, not at all. I gotta even want to play baseball on AstroTurf. Have you ever taken like a short hop off of AstroTurf? I think it gains speed, man. So like it hits.
I would agree. It is because it's all concrete underneath it.
Right.
There's no padding.
Absolutely correct. So, Tori, we are going to take our next break here on the show, guys. We do got Shop Talk coming up, guys, here in roughly about a half hour. So if you are interested, let us know what you want to talk about. And I'll also open up the phone lines here for the last 15 minutes of the show. But, Tori, we are going to break down your Green Bay Packers. So all 17 games, we're going to pick those games and why here on the Man Hour. We'll be right back. By the way, Brandon Combs, welcome to Chat, man. This is a good logo. I like it. T-shirt design coming soon, guys. We'll be right back.